Well, hello there, friend. Welcome to the Construction Leadership Podcast, where we help construction executives lead high-performing teams, finish on time and under budget, without all the firefighting and babysitting, so you can lead with focus and control. I am your host, Bradley Hartmann. Now, on today's episode, my friend, I want to share a short clip from a keynote by a man named Peter Kaufman. And if you don't know Peter, he's the CEO of Glen Air, an aerospace company. And I've known his name for a lot longer than I knew actually who he was and what he talked about, because he is the editor of Poor Charlie's Almanac, which I've talked about. I love the Poor Charlie's Almanac. If you do not have this, this is the wit and wisdom of Charlie Munger. It is his collective anecdotes and perspectives, his book recommendations, and then a series of transcripts of keynotes he's given. It is absolutely wonderful. If you can find the expensive one, the big like coffee table book, you should buy that. Anyway, that's where I first learned of Peter Kaufman. And then about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I came across this talk through Shane Parrish and the Knowledge Project, of which I'm a huge fan. And it's one of these clips that you'll probably think about long after you've heard it. The clip you're about to hear focuses on leadership, win-win relationships in a way that I think differentiates it from other ways people use it, like a punchline, maybe from like good to great. And it also includes Kaufman's idea of going positive and going first. And this is what immediately had me remembering this keynote of Kaufman. We recently worked through an employee situation that I will deliberately leave as very vague and general. And at the end of the day, there's a risk that we were going to take. And my thought was, what does Kaufman say? Go positive and go first. And if down the line we feel we've got burned by it, you know what? I'll own that. And I explained that to my team. And I then said, but we're going to go positive and we're going to go first. And I accept this level of risk that comes with my decision that I made largely alone. And I'm sure many of you listening to this right now have employee situations that remind you it's easy to fall into this practice of being defensive or being transactional, or maybe focused on who's winning and who's losing. And instead, after thinking through Kaufman's recommendations, I tried to approach it from a different place, leading with goodwill, assuming positive intent, and really hoping for a medium to long-term win-win outcome. And will that always work? No. Am I guaranteed this will work now? Surely not. And I may get burned, but I believe that Kaufman makes a compelling case here that over the long run, the highest return, lowest risk leadership strategy is building relationships on trust, reciprocity, and genuine mutual benefit. And I know these are themes that a lot of our listeners talk about in their own businesses. These are themes that we talk about on this podcast. This is going to take you one level deeper in it. So without further ado, here's a wonderful short clip from Peter Kaufman and a keynote he gave to the California Polytechnic State University Pomona Economics Club.
The three hallmarks of a great investment are superior returns, low risk, and long duration. The whole world concentrates on category one. But if you're a leader of any merit at all, you should be treating these three as what? Co-priorities. How do you get low risk and long duration? Win-win. This is the biggest blind spot in business. People are actually proud of a win-lose relationship. Yeah, we really beat the crap out of our suppliers. We got these employees from HB1 visa, they can't work anywhere else for 3 years. Okay? They're proud of it. Total win-lose. You take game theory and you insert the word lose into any scenario in game theory, and what do you have? Suboptimal outcome. What happens if you insert win-win in any game theory scenario? What do you get? Optimal. Every time. What must you necessarily do if you're interested in achieving win-win frameworks with your important counterparties in life? You must understand the basic axiom of clinical psychology, which I know because I'm multidisciplinary. I also learned psychology. The basic axiom of clinical psychology reads, if you could see the world the way I see it, you'd understand why I behave the way I do. That's pretty good, isn't it? Now, there's two corollaries to that axiom. And I say if you buy the axiom, which you should, you must buy the two corollaries as well, because they're logical extensions. They're undeniable. Corollary number one, if that axiom is true and you want to understand the way someone's behaving, you must see the world as they see it. But corollary number two, if you want to change a human being's behavior and you accept that axiom, you must necessarily, to get them to change how they see the world. Now, this sounds impossible. It's not really that hard. You take a business. Most employees at a business see the world as employees. What if you could get them to see the world instead through the eyes of an owner? Do you think that's going to change how they behave? It totally changes how they behave. Employees don't care about waste. Owners do. Employees don't self-police a place. Owners do. This is the secret to leadership. The secret to leadership is to see through the eyes of all 6 important counterparty groups and make sure that everything you do is structured in such a way to be win-win with them. So here are the 6. Your customers, your suppliers, your employees, your owners, your regulators, and the communities you operate in. And if you can truly see through the eyes of all 6 of these counterparty groups and understand their needs, their aspirations, their insecurities, their time horizons, how many blind spots do you have now? 0. How many mistakes are you going to make? You're going to make 0. People don't think this is possible. It's really easy. To understand is to know what to do. So I'm going to wrap up here. I've only got like 2 minutes. There's this great African proverb. It's the definition of win-win. If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Live your life to go far to go together. Don't live it to go quickly alone. Most people grow up wanting to go quickly, go alone. It doesn't work. You wind up like Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. You get to the end of your life. Yeah, you're rich, you're powerful, you're famous, and you want a do-over. Because you realize at the end of your life, I didn't live my life right. I don't have what really matters. What really matters is to have people pay attention to you, listen to you, respect you, show you matter, and to love you, and have it be genuine, not bought. Does that make sense? And I'll leave you my last bit of wisdom. Is another proverb. It's a Turkish proverb. No road is long with good company. The essence of life is to surround yourself as continuously as you can with good company, like I have today. You're a marvelous company. But how did I get that? I had to earn it, didn't I? I'm not just some guy you picked off the street. I earned the privilege of coming here and the privilege of being with you. It gives me what? It gives me meaning in my life. Makes me feel I matter. I have people listening to me. This is my strategy for getting those 5 things. You can develop your own strategy, and I hope it involves going positive and going first. Thank you.
That's it, my friends. That is Peter Kaufman. And it's this idea that keeps coming back to me over time is that great leaders don't just think about outcomes. They think about relationships, customers, suppliers, employees, owners, yeah, even the regulators. And all of these relationships either compound or deteriorate over time. And this is a choice that we get to make every single day. So if you'd like to go deeper, I've included links to the full keynote, the transcript, and the original Knowledge Project podcast episode in the show notes. You can find them there. Obviously, I would highly recommend them to a friend spending time with not only the audio, but the transcript as well. That's all I've got, friend. You are owed nothing. Deliver value first. Make it a great week.